Welcome back to the Beatdown Pandas podcast. Oh my god, I thought you were frozen for a second. You're like,
Nope.
so, like, great start. Matt is frozen. Anyway, welcome back. This is season 3, episode 24 of the podcast. I think we're like 60. This literally might be episode 69 total. 69. Just throwing that out there. I think. Honestly, like, while we're just sitting here talking about it, I might look up how many podcasts, because I feel like we're right at about 69. Anywho, today, well, first we're welcoming back Matt. We have not had Matt on here. When was the last time you were on here? Do you remember?
I remember one of the last times we were discussing the NCAA football coming back. Is that the longest ago, or have we had one since then that I was on?
I can't remember. Oh no, this is 66.
Oh, drat.
That is a
you
bummer.
You gotta have me back for 69 though, for sure.
Good Lord. It might have been. I think that was like the 5 things you're excited about episode, or 3 things we're excited about. I can't remember what the number was, but things we are excited about. Maybe there was no number. But yeah, that was like the college football game coming back. Speaking of which, I feel like there's a pretty big game going on this weekend. I don't know if you know about this.
What game are you talking about?
Literally the release date. So we're recording this on Friday, September 2nd, which is also, I don't know if you know this is mine and my wife's 16th anniversary today.
Yay.
So 16 years.
Wait a minute. Your son's older than that. Does that mean you had a child before you were married?
He's a year. We got pregnant maybe 2 months after getting married. It did not take us long. So I don't know. I don't like to talk about that, because there's a lot of people who are not blessed with kids or struggles. So I try not to. Mm-hmm. We never had those problems, so I don't like to brag about it. Anywho, but no, my son was not conceived before wedlock. I know what you're getting at there, but no.
Just saying.
So 16 years. My son is only 15. So you can do the math there. It was 2 months. But anyway, yeah, so today is the 2nd. On the 3rd, there is a top 5 matchup of Ohio State and Notre Dame, which, obviously, looking at Matt and I's clothes and things that are going on in the background, some pennants back there, there's some Ohio State stuff behind me, and all over the place. I also have, I don't think I've shown this. I have this, my little my crew scarf or whatever. I always have here on my chair, so I never get to show that off. But
go crew.
All right, so anyway, today we are discussing Apex Season 14, which I have pushed off for a couple weeks because I wanted to get into it and get my hands a little dirtier than just like a week in. But I think we're 3 weeks into the season now, and I think I have a good grasp on the changes. Some I like, some I don't like. So let's just run through some of these things, since we've played enough games now, have a handful of wins. Our win percentage is dropping dramatically, and I think there's a lot of reasons to it.
Okay, well, the other night, Saturday, when we played, it was just you and me. Ben was not with us.
Yeah.
But we played 13 matches. 10 of them were top 10s, 5 were top 5s, and we had 1 win. So 1 win in 13 matches.
So 1 out of 13 isn't horrible.
Correct, because back in the day, I remember we would get a win a month with me.
That's my proudest moment in Apex is getting you to a gold rank. Like, that was like some of the hardest. Was that last season? I can't remember if it was 12 or 13.
It might have been 12, because we didn't play a lot of ranked in 13 because it was super sweaty. And that's what I like. One of the things when you said, let's talk about season 14, I was just thinking about the problem we're having is because we've played so many games now, And with the skill-based matchmaking, we're just getting in with better players, and the player base is getting better. So the games are sweatier and more competitive. Like, if we could play like we're playing now back in season 3, we would be Preds, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And it's so funny. Like, I watched a video recently of somebody who I know is really good, but I watched like one of their first Apex videos and it was hilarious. I'm like, dude, like I would have been able, like me, who's not super skilled, like I would be able to just like walk around you and I don't think you could hit me. Like the movement was
Yes.
so funny back then. So yeah, the development of all the players and just the speed that people play at, season 1 to season 14, it's freaking night and day. It's like the intimidation I have right now about trying to jump it back into Rainbow Six, which I've talked
Yeah.
about doing. I
Yes.
don't think I have the balls to do it.
Oh my gosh.
One, I know I'm gonna get screamed at by the random teammates.
Yes.
Like, what the hell are
Yes.
you doing? That's not where that goes. How do you not know this map? It's been out for 5 seasons. Well, as I haven't played the last 9.5 seasons or whatever. So yeah, it's not good. There's more than twice as many like operators now, so it's intimidating.
Yeah.
All right, so the first thing that came to mind when I thought of like season 14 outside of Vantage, we'll get to that in a second, but is the ring changes. What are your thoughts on like the ring closing?
So I feel like um there was an event we went to in between the previous season and season 14. And I felt like that event, the ALGS or whatever, all those guys, there were so many guys in that end ring that, where there was 8 teams left or 12 teams left in ring 5. Well, I feel like with season 14, the way the ring is coming in and the speed it's coming in, I feel like also now, even without us being in ALGS, we're getting into those final rings and there's 5 and 6 teams, and that used to never happen. We
Right.
would get, you'd get to ring 4 and there'd be maybe 3 teams left, right? And we could
Yeah.
just slow play it in. But now it's forcing us to be 6 squads left in that final ring.
Yeah, there's often like after like ring 1, like there's definitely been games like in the previous seasons where or after round 1, like, there's like 3 squads left. Like, what the hell is
Yeah.
going on? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna be able to find these people on this map. Like, it's gonna take like 2 more rounds to close before I can even find so few teams. So yeah, like that's pretty insane. But yeah, we had a again, even in like silver gold type of lobbies, you can have 6 teams left, and like that was never the thing before.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and I feel like I'm not timing the games per se, but I think because of the ring speed, they are ending quicker. So like
Yeah.
we're getting more games in per night. Like we used to get in, 15, 16 games. Now we might be getting in 30 games. And that's, it's almost like doubled. And I don't know if it's we're just playing longer, and not like starting at one game and going to that or quitting early. I mean, last Saturday we didn't play a super long time, but
Mm.
I just felt like a lot of these games might be going a little faster because of the ring closing.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I'm not paying that much attention on the time. Like I definitely had
Yeah.
games of like 22 minutes before. I don't think that's a thing anymore. I'm thinking it's definitely like more of like the 16, 17 range if it like comes down to the final 2 teams and like an ending ring. So yeah, it's definitely sped up, which
Yeah.
is
So that,
exciting.
yeah.
I don't necessarily like only being able to loot like one POI, and if you land with other teams, like that's my biggest concern right now is landing with another team, getting into a fight with them for a minute and a half, and the ring is on top of you. Like,
Yeah,
I
which
didn't get a loot and we're running.
which so in previous seasons, this is definitely something like in previous seasons, we wouldn't get affected by the ring as much. I feel like now we are more conscious and we're ending up in that first ring healing and
Yeah.
netting up and stuff. And then, you get to ring 3 and you haven't been able to loot long enough, especially
Right.
me who is the loot monger.
Yeah, you definitely have to rotate better, smarter, and maybe faster. Yeah, I don't know what like the world's best strategy is right now. I don't think we've figured that out. We've always talked about like scanning beacon and rotating fast and getting. We just can't do it. We're always
What
in the ring healing.
Yeah, or like now we're not even trying to scan beacons because the ring's closing so fast. I mean, we felt like it's better to have a Loba to be able to grab something than it is to have a
Yeah,
Valkyrie to get the hell out of dodge and scan beacons.
yeah, yeah. It's especially on Kings Canyon now. Storm Point might be a little more vital, but I'm hoping by the split they change like the ring closure and give it like an extra minute. That would be fantastic. It's just uh Storm Point with that fast of a ring is a nightmare. Like trying to traverse a huge map.
Yeah,
That's not gonna be fun.
definitely the with season 14, that ring closing is that's the big change.
Yep.
So you want to talk about the new legend?
Yeah, so Vantage. What are your like kind of initial thoughts on Vantage?
So I played few matches with her early on by myself, so I was just dropping into, you know, trios or rank just by myself. And I felt like she had I liked her, I liked the fact that she was mobile with the little rabid bat that has rabies. Um and I really liked her sniper rifle, which I've never in the game. I stay away from snipers for sure, but hers is it's a good trick. So I mean, it's all right. I um I think I'm more comfortable with other legends currently, but she's not wretched. I mean,
Right.
she's no what's a chick with the rolling ball? I mean, like
Oh,
no one
Mad
ever.
Maggie.
Yeah, she's not. I
She did
mean,
get buffed. She's decent, but she's still not. She's still
yeah,
not meta or anything like that.
yeah, for sure. I mean, and I think I like sometimes when Ben plays her, I think that's an advantage or helps us a little bit because he wants to move fast, but he also doesn't mind snipers. So when he has his ultimate, but for me, it was trying her out, playing a few games. I liked it. I enjoyed her, but she's not going to be one that I go to. I just think there's other legends that have abilities that are more important than hers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think overall team like you have to communicate with her. Like when you hit shots or knock somebody, especially at a distance, it's hard to close that gap super fast. Now I did see somebody using her as a solo person. So he would push, and especially like with like a mastiff, he would push people like insane. So he'd get all this damage with her sniper and then fly in using echo and just like obliterate them with mastiffs or whatever. So there is a trick, but I think as a team, you have to have you. It's harder as a random. I would not want a random teammate, and I wouldn't want to be dropping in with randoms with Vantage. I think that's a tougher legend without like open comms.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
Um,
like if you're just playing pubs and not
yeah,
everyone's in your party, like we always tend to play in the three of us or at least the two of us or something like that. It's never.
right. Yeah, I'm not not gonna go open comms with randoms because they're gonna be screaming profanity all left and right. I've heard it all, so I don't need to hear anymore. People,
Yeah,
but
and
yeah,
you
I
and you being a married white Christian, it's probably pretty hard on you, the things they say, right?
Yeah, never hear profanity.
Male, white, Christian, whatever.
But yeah, I've enjoyed Vantage. I think she's legit, but there's still, I think, a lot of potential of like people who haven't like unlocked things with her, of like potential that we haven't seen. And sometimes it takes a season or two for somebody to realize some type of crazy movement or whatever with her. But
Well, I think that the video you made the other day with Cameo and how you guys put the black hole on the bat,
on Echo,
that was entertaining. I just, that could be some kind of secret trick, but
that's
they'll be
got to get
fixing that
patched.
soon.
There's
Yeah,
no way that's going to be a thing.
Yes.
Did you like? I had you do like the crypto Rampart drone, right? Like where you could put Sheila on Crypto's drone and fly around. Didn't we do that once?
No, but we went to the firing range and did the whole bat thing.
Right.
What did we put on?
We tried. I mean, I've tried everything else on Echo. I don't think anything else worked. But we did do I think we did it in the firing range one time. I think Ben was there. Like we put Rampart Sheila on Crypto's drone, and it was a thing for like a half a season before they fixed it.
Or was it? I don't know.
All right, you think?
Yeah.
Gun changes. So last season, season 13, was all heavy guns. We have the Spitfire and the Rampage on the ground. We've got the Flatline, which is goated. We've got the Prowler on the ground. We've got the Hemlock on the ground. We've got the Wingman on the ground. All of the, excuse me, the hell's the gun? What gun did I just say? The Wingman.
Rampage
the Wingman was in the Wingman was in the Crafter last season. Now Wingman is a sniper. Spitfire is light. Rampage is in the Crafter. So all the heavy guns are just gone. So it's like they don't want heavy to be featured at all in this season. Like you don't need, unless you're picking up the Prowler, Hemlock, and Flatline, there's no heavy guns. It's bizarre.
I'm gonna tell you this. I hate this Spitfire as a light gun. So confusing, especially someone that's played a long time.
Yeah.
That is super annoying. The Wingman was a gun I never really picked up anyways, but if it's the only gun I have on drop, it's just weird to me. I can't function with it. As far as the Rampage,
high risk, high reward is what Wingman is. Yeah.
As far as any guns in the Crafter, usually when I go to a Crafter, I'm not there to craft a gun. I'm usually trying to get a backpack, a magazine for a gun I have, trying to get heals, right? I mean, or upgrade my armor. Those are, so usually it's upgrade my armor, backpack or magazine for a gun I have, and heals. So the fact that there's guns in the Crafter, kind of I steer away from those. I think especially now, if there's a gun in the Crafter in season 14, the RE45 with the hammer points, that gun's probably better than the Spitfire with light ammo
today.
You know what I'm saying?
I think
for sure. So yeah, I that's such a weird thing. How do you make a heavy machine gun into a light gun? It's whack, right?
Yeah.
And then the Wingman as a sniper, I mean, did they do that to try to give it more range? I don't get it.
It's weird, but as somebody also, I don't pick up the Wingman very often. I will pick it up on drop, but something I noticed, like occasionally, I've run Wingman this season that I've never really done before, but it is kind of nice because nobody uses sniper stuff. So it is actually pretty easy to find a like level 3 sniper mag or sniper ammo. it's not as much, but everybody picks up heavy, everybody picks up light. They just spam pick it up, but nobody spam picks up sniper. So it is nice, like an easy way to get ammo pretty quick. Nobody runs
Okay.
it. That was the
Yeah.
only change I liked with that. But making all of the changes, it's like if you change the Spitfire, then leave the wingman as the way it is. That was confusing to me. So just the fact that nobody runs heavy anymore is kind of comical. And I too have only crafted, I think, one gun outside of a challenge. I think I've only crafted one gun in a game before since guns moved into the crafter. And that was
Yeah,
like
if I had
two
a lot of
seasons ago.
excess, I think last season I might have like if I was running a rampage that I found on the ground, or it was the season, maybe the season before you had a Spitfire in the crafter, I would craft it and I'd have both heavy machine guns and I would splinter people. But well, not really. I would shoot a lot. I never really hit anything, but it worked.
I remember some of those games
Yeah.
where you're like I'm running a rampage and a Spitfire. Like, what
And
the
I
hell
had
is wrong with
Sheila.
you?
And I had Sheila. And I'd have 0 kills and 104 damage, 96 damage. I loved it.
It's almost impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
I was watching back like playback of a game like that we won, and like I think I had like 1,200 damage, and I think you survived like 90% of the game.
Oh
We got
yeah.
in like 4 fights. I think I had like 3 kills. Our teammate had like 4 kills. I had 1,200. I think the teammate had 1,500. You had 140 damage. I'm like, how did that even happen? It's kind of impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, there's so often I think that we will play games and it'll be I'll have 33 damage with 3 kills, and then you'll have nearly 2,000 damage. So, like all those 3 people I killed, right,
Yeah.
were pretty much knocked by you.
You
You
have
know?
had and like I'm really bad about doing a lot of damage and never getting kills. It's like anytime I play Fuse, like I know like at max I'm gonna get 1 kill with Fuse. But I'll average my average damage will go up. I will have a game in there with like 1,400 damage, and so the average will go up, but I don't get kills because it's all just like poke damage. But yeah, my favorite though was you getting the I had never seen it before ever done was the 1 damage 1 kill.
Yeah. Did you screenshot that?
I think I put it in a video at some point, but I don't know which one it was. But it
It's got to
was
be an idiot's play, right?
it was so impressive. I'm like, that was the literal one shot. And
Yeah.
admittedly, I'm really bad about that. I'm trying to call myself out on it of like, oh my God, he's 1 and he's really like 40.
Yeah.
I got to stop doing that. Like when people are flash, I got to stop saying he's 1 shot. I got to start saying he's low or he's flash. And that will be more.
Well, so here's my thing. I'm going to come out and say it right now is I don't know what the total damage is, right? So when we're doing these little call outs and I'm saying, oh, he's 18 purple or he's 19 blue, 43 perps, right?
Okay.
Like, I don't know what we're subtracting from. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we starting at 200 and subtracting 43? So like I'm averaging or guessing the guys at like 160 or
yeah. So yeah, if you do like 50 damage, so blue is 3 notches on the shields, right? So each one is 25. So if you hit them for purple, which is 4 notches, so that's 100. So if they have purple shields, they have 200 health. So say you hit them for 95 and it's all purple and you never got the crack sound, you hit them for 95. So that means they're only 105 health. So like those callouts are big. So like you say, if anything over like if they're purple, anything over 75 is massive. If they're blue, anything like 50-ish is big because now they're getting down to like just a couple shots and they're dead.
Okay.
So white shields is only 50 additional health because it's 2 notches. Blue is 75, so it's 3 notches.
So if I hit a guy for 43 and he's blue, and I say 43 blue, then you know this guy's probably at 30. So if we get another good hit like that, he could be cracked, and he just has his health.
Yeah. The biggest things, even like those, like I'm trying to do less of those and worry more about like when somebody's cracked. I think that's bigger. Especially like if I chuck a nade and I hear multiple cracks, like that's the time of like you gotta push. Like no matter what, even if we blow it, that's our opportunity to like attack. So if you hear those multiple cracks, they're all flash. If we're mostly healed, we have a big advantage.
Okay.
So cracks are the biggest indicator of when to push. Or a knock, obviously, is you gotta go. Assuming you're close and they don't have a lifeline, which lifeline is the worst character in the game.
Really?
She takes away all of my kills.
Yeah.
Anytime I get knocks at any type of distance where I'm like, okay, push, I get in there and see that they have a lifeline and the person is already like popping a bat with a lifeline drone right next to them. I'm like, oh, I'm so furious. So yeah, no, she's really not. She's just a very frustrating legend to play against.
Yeah,
you have to knock lifelines first.
For sure, yeah.
She's obnoxious.
That's another thing too that I have to improve on. I have to improve on knowing the characters' names so that I can say, hey, I just hit Octane for 93 or whatever, so that you guys can, focus on him.
Yeah.
And that's like, you guys are just better at knowing the characters' names. I'm like the running guy or the healer or the medic chick, right? Like it's not
right. Those are hard things to do, admittedly. Like I'm not very good about it. Especially at a distance. Like I'm getting older, my eyes are crap. So it's really hard for me, even close up to a pretty decent sized and crisp monitor over here. I still can't always see what the hell's going on.
Well, so remember near the end of season 13, I cleaned my monitor and then put my reading glasses on. And that night we did great. In fact, I just put these reading glasses on and now I can actually see you. It's not blurry. Nice. Oh my god.
Do you don't play with that every single time? What do you play with? You have contacts though.
Yeah, I play with my contacts, but my reading glasses, like right now I can see what's happening, but just putting these on, like I am very crisp. It's like it's going from like regular def to high def almost. Right. Like these glasses, because like you have some gamer glasses maybe that have I don't know if they're yellow or what, but they just make everything more crisp.
There. It's the blue blocking is what it is.
Well, so my reading glasses, like I noticed, like with my cell phone, a lot of times I feel myself doing this, like trying to get it to a range that my eyes can focus on it, and it's just with age. But like these reading glasses are super, like they're not very strong. I mean, there is strong reading glasses out there, but these ones are like the lowest you can buy. And oh my gosh, like just right now, just putting this on here, it's amazing. And even, I mean, it just like, so I have Red Dead Online up, and it looks good. I mean, the thing's good, the monitor's good, but when I go from the monitor and put these on, everything's just more crisp. And if I take it off, it kind of just gives you that smoky feeling, like you're in a smoky room watching a TV without them, So I'm not saying you're due for any kind of reading glasses, Colin.
I probably am.
But if you go, I mean, you could go to the Walmarts and probably get a $6 pair of these are negative 1.25. So if they have like a -1, you could try it, and it may just help.
So I do have prescription glasses. I don't wear contacts or anything like that, but I do have prescription glasses. Now, I haven't been to the eye doctor in probably like 4 years, so I'm sure they've gotten worse. But
Correct.
I've always had like he calls it basically as like near perfect vision. So glasses are not any type of requirement. They just like, if I'm watching a game on TV, they make the scores a little more crisp, so I don't have to
Yeah.
like squint like what the hell is that, a seven
Put
or
it,
a one?
why don't you put them on and see how you feel?
I don't really feel that much different, but these are really old glasses. They are not in style anymore, so I
Yeah,
pretty much only wear them at home.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're gaming or whatever. Look, I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, I can see. Yeah, it's definitely more crisp for sure.
yeah, you should. We should run some Apex games with you wearing those and see if it helps.
I do every once in a while, but like I like shut off my little office back here, and with like PCs running and everything like that running in here, it gets a little warm
Yeah, you get
regardless of what
headaches.
of what temperature. So it's like it's just I'll start getting a little sweaty, and like I don't like so the glasses don't feel right if you're
It doesn't.
hot.
It doesn't matter. Season 14, all these games have been sweaty, bro.
Yeah, like I want to start
All of
just
them.
straight up playing in the nude, but I do so much on cam. Like I should probably turn off my cam if I'm just gonna sit here naked on stream. So
Um, Also, so I cleaned the monitor. I started wearing my reading glasses, and then I switched to my Series X. I downloaded Apex on that.
mm-hmm.
Series X hasn't helped me either. only cleaning the monitor glasses. I think we went off that night. I think we had 3 wins that night.
Yeah,
Remember?
I mean, I've played on PC, I've played on Xbox. I can't really. A lot of people are like, "Oh my god, it's such a difference." I can't really tell.
No, can't tell at all.
I'm too old. I'm too much of an
Oh,
idiot. I don't
oh,
know.
this season too, like since Series X, I did switch to my Elite controller, but really with my Elite controller, I'm just doing the A and B on the back, so
Hmm.
I don't have to take my thumb off the joystick because my A's and B's are on the back that
Yeah,
I would
and
normally hit in the game.
that's all. I only use two
Yeah,
either. So I jump slide using
yeah,
these.
yeah,
That's all I do.
and then we changed the are you using this type of directional, or do you
Oh
have the
yeah.
circle
No,
that
I
Ben's using?
no, I hate the circle. I took
Okay,
that. That
yeah,
was the
because
first thing I adjusted.
yeah, Ben's using that. Now, of course, you're using the trigger stops, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I have one all the way up and one in the middle. So
Hmm.
my trigger is as sensitive as it can get, but my ADS is in the middle.
No, those. Oh, I see what you're saying on the game because this is your ADS.
Yeah,
So you have that at the middle so it doesn't just go.
exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I can
Okay.
always kind of keep it on there, but it's not gonna adjust if I tense at all. So because and plus I like to hip fire a lot, so
I may
it's worked
want to
for me.
I may want to try that now. Oh, fell over. So one thing we changed was how I would always just punch people. Remember
Yes,
that? So we changed the
yes,
setting.
yes.
And now
I
I
don't see you do it.
I don't do it, but there was something. I don't know if we changed it with like the sliding. So now my slide is that. So I have to every time I play, I have to remember how do I do this again? Because we changed it,
See, I always slide like while running or like while we're rotating or
Yeah.
whatever. I always slide jump. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
3 step slide, 3 step slide, 3 step. So I do that every time. It's faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, slide jumps are the way to go. All right. Well, we are down to the last couple minutes. So any final thoughts on season 14?
I think, competition's gotten better, like all the player base, they've played enough games to get better. So we're feeling like the games are sweatier because everyone's gotten better. Definitely with the ring pulling, games have gotten sweatier because you're getting more people in that final ring because they're not getting caught out in those like squad versus squad fights. They're all just getting pushed to the middle or moving to the middle. I think the gun changes were kind of dumb. The wingman and the Spitfire going light. I don't even pick up that anymore. I'd rather run a flat line. This season, I think I run the R99 a lot more, and I just think I'm more effective with a gun that just goes and shreds better. Like, I'm way better with an R99 than a 301, but people love the 301. And a lot of the videos I watch, people are just ripping them with 301, but I think I'd rather have the ring, definitely the player base is getting better. And like they were saying, like these guys that would play Call of Duty, like Warzone or Drop Zone or whatever, they come over and play Apex because it's a little bit different. And I think as the player base from Fortnite matures, they may start playing Apex, right?
We're going to get cut off of here, so just FYI. So, do you want to jump back in here and like real quick?
No, I'm good. I just want to say go Bucks, and hopefully we can run some matches.
All right.